The New England Vampire Outbreak, uncovering the mystery of Mercy Lena Brown.
Do you believe in vampires? In 19th century New England many did. New England is a region in the northeastern United States that is known for its rich culture and folklore, which is rooted in the region's strong Puritan heritage. The vampire legend has been around since ancient times, but it has only been recently that it has become associated with New England. This is largely due to the case of Mercy Lena Brown, which is considered one of the most famous vampire outbreaks in the region. In the New England American colonies, word of the vampires in Europe spread. There, deaths that are now thought to be caused by illnesses like tuberculosis were attributed to vampirism, and bodies were handled as though they were vampires. It was thought that a dead family member who had died of tuberculosis would visit each night, spreading the disease. The belief in vampires has long been part of folklore in New England. It is believed to have originated from a combination of Puritan beliefs and various superstitions that were brought to the region by immigrants from Europe. Social and cultural factors such as fear of death, ignorance about medical science, and superstition all contributed to the widespread belief in vampires in New England during this time period. In a letter to the editor of the Connecticut Current and Weekly Intelligencer in June 1784, Moses Holmes warned readers to beware of a certain quack doctor, a foreigner, who had advised families to bury and burn dead relatives to stop tuberculosis from spreading. This is the first instance of an American vampire scare that has been documented. Although the term vampire was never used, there are numerous documented instances of families disinterring family members and extracting their hearts in Rhode Island and eastern Connecticut. In 1892, a young woman named Mercy Lena Brown was believed to be afflicted by vampirism after being diagnosed with a mysterious illness. This case caused a sensation and sparked debates about the supernatural among the people of New England. The story of Mercy Lena Brown is a cautionary tale about the dangers of superstition and misinformation. Mercy Lena Brown was a 19-year-old woman from Exeter, Rhode Island. Her father, George Brown, was a farmer and her mother was Mary Elizabeth Tillinghast. The Brown family had been diagnosed with tuberculosis. First to pass away was the family's mother Mary, then her daughter Olive. An illness struck Edwin, the son, 4 years later. Mercy Lena Brown began to suffer from a mysterious illness in 1892. She experienced fever, weakness, and an inexplicable loss of appetite. After months of medical treatments, she passed away in March 1893. After her death, her family suspected that she had been afflicted by vampirism and requested for her body to be exhumed. Neighbors advised the Browns that the only way to save Edwin was to dig up the remains of Mary, Olive, and Mercy and check to see whether any of them still had hearts full of blood. If so, the heart would then be burned and Edwin would be fed the ashes. George Brown, Mercy's father, agreed to remove the remains after feeling under pressure. In April 1893, the body was exhumed and her heart was removed for examination. The people of Exeter were convinced that Mercy Lena Brown's mysterious illness had been caused by vampirism. While Mercy had passed away over the winter, her body had been preserved by the cold. But Mary and Olive's bodies had decayed into skeletons. Her lack of decay and the blood that was observed at her mouth were interpreted as evidence that she was a vampire, leading to the removal and burning of her heart and liver, which Edwin subsequently consumed. Several weeks later, he passed away. After extensive examination, it was determined that Mercy Lena Brown had died from tuberculosis, which was a common cause of death at the time. It is likely that her illness had been misdiagnosed as vampirism due to lack of medical knowledge. Tuberculosis was a major cause of death in 19th century New England and its symptoms were often misinterpreted as signs of vampirism or supernatural activity. As a result, tuberculosis played an important role in fueling the vampire myth in this region. After studying Mercy Lena Brown's remains, it was determined that she had died from tuberculosis and not vampirism as previously thought. This case helped to debunk many myths about vampires and has since become an important part of New England folklore. Despite being debunked over a century ago, the story of Mercy Lena Brown continues to fascinate people today and has had a lasting impact on New England folklore. Mercy's burial continues to draw visitors, and the tale has developed and been embellished over time. The New England vampire legend has long been a topic of fascination and intrigue, with many stories and accounts circulating throughout the region. However, It was not until the renowned writer Stephen King lent his voice to this eerie tale that its popularity truly skyrocketed. Through his works such as Salem's Lot and Pet Sematary, King brought attention to the idea of vampirism in rural New England in a way that had never been seen before. As a result, many individuals became increasingly interested in uncovering more about these supposed supernatural occurrences, leading to an even deeper exploration into historical records and local folklore. While some may argue that King's influence on this topic is simply fictional entertainment, there is no denying the impact he has had on shaping our understanding of the New England vampire outbreak and its continued significance today. Without an objective approach to understanding events like Mercy Brown's, we can easily be misled by superstitions and misinformation. It is a reminder that we must always be vigilant when it comes to separating fact from fiction when analyzing historical events or interpreting current affairs. The story of Mercy Lena Brown is an important part of New England's folklore. It highlights the dangers of superstition and misinformation and serves as a reminder of the importance of separating fact from fiction when analyzing historical events. While the belief in vampires may seem outdated to us today, it is important to remember that superstitions can be dangerous if taken too far. We must always be vigilant and seek to understand events through an objective lens. Only then can we hope to gain a true understanding of our history and culture. If you enjoyed this video, please like it and subscribe to Connect Paranormal. This will allow us to make more videos. Thanks for watching.